you, whose words are inside you now. And now. And now.
This is a story from a long time ago, back before history began.
When time ran wild.
It's a myth told to generations of people whose bones are dust.
To children whose bones are dust. To us.
To you. Whoever survives is to tell the story.
But the ghosts have a say in it too.
Listen.
I heard she was out again last night, after curfew, running through the forbidden zone, digging through the bodies. Crazy girl.
I knew her in the old days before the war. Yes. I worked in the palace when her daddy was king, King Oedipus.
He came out of nowhere right after our old king's murder.
Yeah, married our queen, the old king's widow. Put the city back on track. Jobs for everyone, plenty of food. Down with the crime rate, up with the birth rate.
She was born smack in the middle of the good times. The royal family's royal baby. Such a beautiful family. The whole city admired them. Dressed like them, cut their hair like them.
It turns out they weren't who they thought they were. Her dad, the king, well, he finds out that he was adopted, and right away he starts scrambling around asking questions.
Who were his real parents?
And why'd they give him up?
Why didn't anyone tell him the truth?
And who was he, really?
Bad line of questions. Think about it. If you had a perfect life handed to you on a platter, wouldn't you just
Take that life and live.
Not Oedipus. He digs and digs until he finds out that a stranger he killed in a brawl way back before he ever showed up here. That stranger turns out to be our old king, who turns out to be his real daddy.
So Oedipus's wife, the old king's widow that he married, remember?
Yeah.
She was his mom.
Mm-hmm.
His sons were his brothers, and those precious girls, his sisters.
This is how I see it. A man can live his whole life and never know what he really is. But what's inside wants to come out. I've served 3 kings, and I know. You put a man under pressure, and he'll show you his colors.
Poor babies. Their mama hung herself when the truth came out. And their daddy gouged out his eyes. Ugh. And then he took her, just a child, to beg for him in the streets until he died.
We're living in hard times. It's all in how you handle yourself. That's what it means to be a leader.
And then the brothers started this war to see which one gets to rule the city.
To stand alone and do the hard, right thing.
City's been starving and burning so long, we don't care who wins. We just want to be able to sleep at night.
To think of my city, what she needs, and how to give it to her.
I heard the brothers killed each other last night. It's true, we got ourselves a new uncle. Their Uncle Creon is our new king.
No one in their right mind would choose to be king at a time like this. But this is my time.